So the last overarching weakness is his mental health or well-being. So Charlie gets 6 hours of sleep a night on average. And this is obviously a weakness because the recommended amount of sleep per night is 8 hours, so he's under that recommendation. A lack of sleep can lead to small health complications at first, but it can be more detrimental as time goes on. So initially, a lack of sleep can cause drowsiness and a loss of coordination. Obviously, the standard fatigue and tiredness, which makes your body less able to function and able to coordinate things properly. Um, this is obviously going to cause him complications at work because he's got to focus in a 9 to 5 job, and if he hasn't got sufficient amount of sleep and he's tired, he's not going to be able to function properly and focus on his work as easily. Um, this means that his work's not going to be completed to the quality that it could be completed if he got a full 8 hours of sleep a night. Um, and this is obviously going to then have an effect on the amount of stress that he experiences. If he's not doing his work to the best quality that he can, if he was to get the sufficient amount of sleep, then this might cause him stress as he knows he can do better, or it might cause him stress because his boss might get quite annoyed with the quality or disappointed with the quality of work he's producing as a result of this lack of sleep and a result of this fatigue. Therefore, that might cause him a knock-on effect of an increased amount of stress. So leading on from that, work causes him a lot of stress, and obviously this is initially a big impact on his mental health and well-being as it is. Um, so stress can cause a lot of factors in terms of mental health. So things such as it can change your behavior. Um, it can change the way that you speak to other people. So, for example, family, you might start to lose your temper. So, family and friends, you might start to lose your temper a lot more easily as a result of this stress, as you have a bit less patience as a result of the stress. Um, it generally can just change the demeanor and how you act in general. Um, but stress affects people in many different ways. So, in terms of Charlie, obviously there's the main effect that stress has on him is that he begins to smoke. Um, he relieves his stress through smoking, and that smoking is in large amounts. He smokes 10 a day at a minimum. So the main effect that this stress from work causes him is smoking, and that has those serious health complications that I'd mentioned previously. Um, so not only that effect of smoking in terms of his physical health, but also the mental and social effects of stress as well. So, like I mentioned, his behaviours will begin to change as a result of the stress. He'll become less impatient. He'll become less patient. He can perhaps become more aggressive towards people and less focused on his work as a result of stress. He might feel overwhelmed and have too much to do. So, in general, stress is perhaps the root source of a lot of his other weaker lifestyle factors. If he wasn't as stressed, would he smoke less? Would he perhaps feel more inclined to do physical activity and get up and do more things? Would he feel like he has more time to do things if he was under less stress? So, despite physical activity and smoking having serious health complications, um, such as potentially diseases to the organs or illnesses, mental health is a very deep rooted issue that is perhaps something that could have a major knock-on effect to those other lifestyle factors. A reduction in stress could perhaps cause a positive effect on smoking and physical activity, obviously leading to a better lifestyle for Charlie in general. So that's the main reason that stress is an issue, is because of the knock-on effect that it does have on those weaknesses such as smoking. Therefore, to improve on this and make his mental health a strength of his, decrease the amount of stress that he experiences, this could have a positive effect on those lifestyle factors.